Imagine spending time with some of the wealthiest people on the planet. Imagine the wealth and knowledge. Like, imagine what you could learn. I've had that opportunity. And in this video today, I want to share with you 6 things I've learned from wealthy people that helped me create an incredible level of riches, wealth, and abundance. So before I share this with you, I just want to say wealthy people get a bad rap. I mean, from the time that we're children, we are brainwashed with these notions about the otherness of other people, right? I mean, there's those that we're comfortable with, and then there's the others. There's everybody else. And dude, most of us get an education that says that money is bad, or money is wrong, or money is evil, right? And if you have it, good things won't happen. And it's weird because we're like trying to do things to get money, but at the same time, this hypocrisy. We're judging the rich. We're telling them that they're smelly and that they're stinking and that they're rotten. Like, dude, of anyone who can really afford a shower, I think the rich people can. I mean, we say some pretty horrible, nasty things about these people. And I just want you to understand that the people that I've been hanging out with, it is true that some rich people are rotten scoundrels. But not all of them. There's a counterfeit in all things. And there's some enlightened individuals that are changing the planet with the wealth that they're creating. And most people get wealth by creating value. Those would be good people to emulate and learn from. So what I want to do is I want to share with you 6 things that I've learned that have helped me get rich from wealthy people. And I hope they'll be useful for you. The first thing that I learned from wealthy people is that they blank risks. Any guesses? How about you? Correct. Wow, you're very smart. They take risks. This is kind of a weird thing. I was taught that risk is bad, or that you should avoid risks. The reality is taking risks is the only thing that has gotten me where I've gotten. And the older I get and the more successful, I learn to be even bolder with those risks. Taking a risk, though, doesn't mean that it's uncalculated. It doesn't mean it's a gamble. It doesn't mean that you're just hoping. Taking an educated risk is something that I've learned from my mentors. The next habit is that they invest blank in themselves. Yes, you watching the video right there. Yes, absolutely correct. Take notes on that one. 500 points to Gryffindor. They invest in themselves, right? They're actually taking money, and they know that if they invest in this brain right here, that it's more powerful than investing in a property or a business or anything else. They continue to invest in themselves. And what I notice is that they don't stop. I'm part of this global mastermind that includes billionaires all the way down to multimillionaires and everything in between. And I'm learning extraordinary amounts from these people. And one of the things is that they value their education. I'm not talking about college. I'm talking about degrees. I'm talking about they'll spend time on getting with people that have chased down the greatest success. And that's how they learn. The education system, the university of very successful rich people is other rich people. It's not necessarily books, and it's not school. Number 3, spend blank with those they emulate. No, it's not money, minus 200 points from Slytherin. It's spending time with those that they emulate. Don't feel bad. You'll get some points back, okay? It's Jeopardy. We'll get it in the double Jeopardy round. They spend time with those people that they emulate. That means that instead of just reading about successful people or watching videos of them, they find a way to get into their presence. They'll actually have the sacrifice of time and money. They'll book planes and hotels, and they'll go out of their way. Which, by the way, I want to note that I've got people here in this community that will actually watch me on YouTube. And every quarter I host a big event. In fact, coming up, I got one of my biggest events of the year. And I'm amazed at how many people from YouTube will have the sacrifice to find a way to get on a plane or get in their car and drive, book a hotel, and spend 3 days with me, where I pour into you all the wealth and knowledge and experience that I've gained to be successful in real estate and business and in life. And that's a huge credit to individuals like yourselves that are actually willing to do that. When you spend time with those that you respect, when you spend time with them, my experience is that everything goes through the roof. I got a guy flying in town tomorrow to spend all day with me because we respect each other, and we're going to give birth to a $100 million idea. A small little thing to do on a Thursday, but it all comes from spending time with those that you emulate. Dude, are you liking this stuff? Like, I was putting this video together, I'm like, I want you to understand this knowledge. I've paid a lot of money to just experience all this, and it brings me joy to share it with you. I hope that it's like creating a connection or igniting some kind of like, I don't know, some kind of like jewel in your life that says, yes, there's something to look at here. Number 4, blank morning ritual. This is weird, but like all these successful people, it is weird that every single one of them that I know and spend time with and admire, they have a daily ritual. Like every single day they have their own unique way of how they start their day. Like I've got mine. Like my ritual is I wake up and I bust out some cardio. I usually put down a couple of miles on the treadmill or outside depending on the weather. And then I'll actually like lift some weights and I just kind of like pump up my muscles, and I'm basically waking up my body. While I'm doing that, I'm listening to books and audios, and I'm like pumping up my mind. I'm waking up this mind. I've got an exercise where I'll go through and break through a limiting belief. I do all these things in this morning. There's time for pondering, meditating, prayer, and it takes time. But when I don't do it, I feel off. And when I do it, I feel enlightened. Like I feel like I'm just ready to go out there and crush the day, because guess what? I can count on the day bringing. Dude, the day's going to bring bad news. The day's going to bring unfortunate circumstances. The day might bring someone into your life you don't want to deal with. And if you haven't mentally prepared with like strength and mental strength and emotional strength on how to cope so you can beast through that and handle it the best way possible, then you're less susceptible to the whims of the world that'll never go away, because opposition is going to be there no matter what. So daily morning ritual. What is your ritual? Do you have a ritual? And whatever it is, do it consistently no matter what. Unconscious people have a different daily ritual. It's called sleep in as much as you possibly can until you have to get up and then just lurch into your day. Wake up hours before your day starts and you start the morning off. Wayne Dyer, before he passed, I'll never forget when he said, there's a secret in every early morning for those that are there to hear it. Beautiful. All right, number 5, review blank consistently. This is kind of one that doesn't, I learned this from these guys. Goals, 300 points to Gryffindor, right? Your goals aren't meant to be annualized. They're not just a January resolution time of year thing. Do you know what it means to review your goals constantly? At least for me in my life, it's not just weekly. I review them every day. I actually start my day off with knowing my heading and my direction. It's like a compass. I know where I'm going. I remind myself why I'm going there. And so I'm doing this on a regular basis because I learned from them that unless you're obsessed with it, unless it's front of mind, you don't think about it enough, and you're going to allow the other 60,000 random thoughts during the day to come in and take over. Okay, number 6, the final one, 6 habits of the wealthy. This is the thing that I've seen most consistently in all of them. The first 5 are like habits and traits. This last one is different. They all own real estate. Now that is fascinating to me. And not just a little bit of real estate. Many of them have millions of dollars in real estate, and they're multi-millionaires. Now, they're usually known for their success in business, or maybe a book that they've written, or some charitable cause that they're up to. But if you actually look underneath it, it's not very different than McDonald's. You might think that they're actually a restaurant company. No, they're the world's largest real estate holding company on the planet. McDonald's is a real estate company. It's not a restaurant chain. So that's one of the things that also really surprised me. And so when I spend time with them, I'm like, I got to fill up my barrel with real estate. And now it's getting bigger than ever before. And here's what's really doing. You and I get excited because I'm teaching you so often on this channel about how to make money. But the reality is once you have the money, that's not what you're going to be excited about. It may not be your passion. Real estate may not be the thing that you get up and down and talk about. It's just something that works in the background, making you a lot of money, filling your cash flow coffers, filling up your bank accounts, and growing your net worth so that you can then say, good, I got that taken care of. Now I'm going to go on and live this purpose, or I'm going to live this greater life cause. I've got to go on this crusade for this purpose that I feel so keenly inside of me. For those of you, by the way, that want to be like the wealthy and have loads of real estate, and you don't have that yet, you probably need $1 million game plan. There's not a lot of money these days, but $1 million is a basic 6-figure retirement vehicle, right? So if you want a game plan for whether it's to make $1 million or make $100 million, I want you to click the link in the description and talk to a member of my team. I got some great valuable information there, all sorts of free gifts and downloads and goodies that you can request. And my team will basically put themselves in your shoes, whether you're old or young, whether you're rich, poor. You know, I started off poor and in debt with nothing. It's a chance for them to basically say, all right, well, how do we get this kid or person or girl to $1 million? What does that game plan look like? They can give that to you. Friends, thank you so much for watching this video on the 6 habits of the wealthy. I hope there were a couple of things worth taking note of in there for you. And I want to congratulate you for being the kind of person that would seek out a video like this. It says a lot about you. And if it was valuable for you, then I'm going to invite you to subscribe and ring the bell. And I'll be here at the start of every day in the morning to kick over a video and say, hey, I hope this can help you develop into a happier, more successful version of you.